Hey everyone, welcome to the Insaka Talk Show. My name is Winnie Musonda and I have a co-host today. I have three beautiful women and happy new year to you, Miss Priska.
Happy New Year to you guys. Hi.
Hi, happy new year, Irene.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Great. Miss Nelly, happy new year.
Happy New Year, ladies. I am coming to you live from Miami. I am in a different setting. So just want to set expectations. If you hear a little bit of noise in the background, bear with us. But we're here to show you love. This is Insaka Talk Show and happy 2023. Thank you so much for staying with us. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you. We see that we have some messages already. So, ladies, who wants to take that up between Priska and Irene so we can
Okay.
greet our Insaka viewers?
All right, I'll start. I think we have Judy Lisa Siamilimo. Keep
Hmm.
up the good work. And the same lady said, good evening.
Good
Um,
evening.
can you permit me to say something before we start? I wanted to. So last week, my daughter watched the show,
Uh-huh.
and then she mentioned to me that, Mommy, you bullied Auntie Winnie on the show.
Oh,
So I wanted to come here because she's 15, guys, and I'm a person, treat people the way you would love to be treated. So I wanted, because it was done on the show, to come on the show, Winnie, and say, I'm sorry, I apologize. I did not mean to bully you, or people won't understand that's how we talk. Nevertheless, I was wrong. I should have not been that aggressive. When I brought it to you, to the team, because every time we have a show, guys, we talk behind the scenes. She acknowledged and she said, yes, she had noticed that. And some of her friends actually mentioned it to her. So I don't just want to apologize to you. I want to apologize to your family and friends for treating Winnie like that. I apologize. I am sorry. It was not coming from a bad place. So please forgive me. Let's move forward.
2023.
Whatever.
Thank you so much, Priska. You know what? I will just say something just because it's very important what you did. A lot of us women don't realize that saying sorry to your friend actually alleviates our power.
Right.
You're saying sorry. It, People can't say sorry. They're like, I can't do that. She's going to think I'm weak. But it makes you even more
Strong.
stronger because you are a lot of young people that are bickering over little things. They see somebody like you they look up to saying sorry to your colleague. That's
Don't make
something.
me cry now.
No, I really,
Oh,
no, thank you so much for doing that live. That's all I wanted to say.
I like to be, I would not want to be disrespected. I would not
Hmm.
want to be bullied, because I can go from a 0 to 100. So I would love to treat people the way that I would love to be treated. And I will not allow anybody to talk to me a certain way without bringing it up. So
Yeah.
I apologize. I apologize to your family and friends, every loved one that acknowledged that I was bullying Winnie. So next time I say something wrong, please bring it up to me. I like to take full responsibility for my actions. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm right, I'm right. So please forgive me.
you are forgiven. And you know, one thing is like for me, because of being really who I am, I just brush it off. I really careless because I talk to you even crazier than that. But yeah, in the scenes.
It's fine. And my 15-year-old brought it up, guys. It's like she was like, Mommy, you are not being nice one to Winnie.
That's because
Was
they
always
don't see what you say behind the scenes, Winnie. If they heard, they'll be like, Priska, chide kefechi, Winnie want. But you know what, Priska, we appreciate you
Yeah.
for acknowledging. It is really important, like Irene said. And guys, we just want to show you love and appreciation. Those of you watching on YouTube, those of you watching on Facebook, thank you so much. We love you. We appreciate you, our Insaka family. Um, can I ask Madam Producer to please show some of the comments so that we can share love, at least before we go to the trending topics? Okay.
Judith, Happy New Year. Thank you. Happy New Year to you too. We appreciate you.
Precious, Precious, keep up the good work. Thank you, Precious.
Susan Chinyamba, good evening. Good evening, Susan. I hope you're
Good evening.
well. Evening, I'm sure you're watching from Zambia. Thank you for tuning in.
You know, people that are so proud of being Vana. Mavis Vana Kateka Mukomba. Thank you. Happy New Year. And Vana Kateka, say hi to your son or daughter.
Judy, thank you. We love you too. Thank you so much.
Imelda Mambo, she's sending 4 hearts.
Thank you for the hats.
And the next one is my dear friend. What is
Sandra Musson.
Sandra saying?
Happy New Year.
Miss Sandra.
Sandra saying
Sandra
happy.
Msoma, she said, Irene, that is so true. Thank you for watching, my friend. We really appreciate you, Sandra.
Thank you
And my friend who's with me here in in
so much.
Miami.
Wala ba kumulika
Please release. Let me
Mwalifu
answer
mwina
my question.
fiance.
Food is getting cold. I
Judy,
love your
where's the
friend.
hat?
This
Teresa,
dog,
yeah, that our food is getting cold. It's
I'm
true.
telling you.
I
Okay.
just ordered, and this is our first meal of the day. I just ordered food, but I had to leave it. This is how much we love Insaka. This is how much we appreciate you guys.
Yep.
We want to show up for you. When you show up for us, we want to show up for you 100%. So, time is running out. So, can we please move into the trending topics for now?
Yes. Let's go to training topics. And I cannot wait to see what we have good coming in for you guys. So the training topics on our way. But before we go to training topics, I think we should go to commercial. Because you know what, we have people sponsoring us, especially like Vibrant Funding. They've been
Yeah.
sponsoring us last year. They did amazing, and we hope to get more sponsors. And people like this, we need them. And you guys, if you have a nonprofit like me, actually, I use Vibrant Funding, guys. It works.
That is
One
true.
young man is very smart. He read me into it. He sat me down and he told me how I was thinking. I was thinking differently, and then he showed me that life is just not about what you see now. And then I know my vision is just big. So guys, use Vibrant Funding. We're going on commercial.
Do you run a nonprofit organization in the education, health, and human services sectors? Do you need grant funding for your organization? Or do you need help developing programs to help you raise money for your nonprofit organization? At Vibrant Funding, our mission is to connect our nonprofit partners in the education, health, and human services sectors to the financial resources required to achieve their mission. We support nonprofit organizations based in and operating in the United States and Africa. We offer the following services to new and established organizations: program development, donor engagement and retention, grants research and writing. Contact us at www.vibrant-funding.com or email us at info@vibrant-funding.com. Call us at 404-751-6802 to learn more about our services and how we can help you to have an impact on the world. Vibrant Funding, connecting donors and nonprofits.
Hello and welcome to the show, guys. So what's up for the trending topic? We have good. I feel like this year is gonna be better because we sit down and we prepare our show for you guys. So again, if you see anything that we're doing that's wrong or good, please, critics are needed. We need to know so we can bring in a show for you guys. Like every Sunday, we wanted to do better because your time is valid.
All right, so to lead us with the trending topics, Priska and Irene, guys, lead the way. What is happening? I can't wait to hear it all.
In my community, His Excellence Lazarus Kapambwe, his
Mm-hmm.
term is over. He has been called to go back to Zambia. So the
Mm,
ACMB, we thank him, guys. I love that man. Is amazing.
mm,
Been, I've been, I think, under 3 or 4 of them. He's the first one that I met.
mm.
The first one to open up his home. Anything we had, any issues that we had, we could go to him. And so last Friday, we had an opportunity to go to his home and say goodbye. So on the left is Kopi's husband. So that's a leadership team with our
Mm.
partners. The Scoopy husband, and then Vice President Deminach Timbo, and the amazing Priska van der Vestas Chiwa,
Oh,
next to her husband, Mr. Vincent Chiwa, our secretary, Kupiwe, and then the one that's kneeling down, that's our president. I'm not done introducing. That's our president, Clement. I wanted to introduce everybody. Of course,
okay.
His Excellence and the First Lady. We have Kete, and then we have Mr. Nguira, Imelda, and Kete's husband. We had a great time, guys. You can move on to the next one.
Yeah, farewell, farewell,
Yeah.
Mr. Ambassador. Thank you for your service. We appreciate your service to the country. Can't wait to see who the next person is going to be and what improvement or changes that they will bring to the community.
He's been
And
here for
saying,
a long
speaking of
time.
the ambassador, I also met him the first time when you guys had the gala. He's a
Mm,
very well articulated
Hmm.
ambassador that you can hear and feel the compassion in him. That
mm,
his job, he takes it serious. He doesn't. He wants to accommodate everybody in the way he works. He always says, "I'm a free spirit. You can come to me for anything." So I'm not surprised that Priska is saying he was actually listening to all the cues
Yeah,
that would. Yeah. So it's very important to have such an
mm.
ambassador.
and
We
he's
wish you well wherever you're going. I hope they give you another position somewhere where you can impact a lot of Zambians.
yeah,
Thank
and
you
he's got
so
a
much.
great
Amen.
sense of
So,
humor.
what's happening around your community, Winnie?
Before we go there, I'll say a little bit about the ambassador. He used to be in New York for a long time before he was
Oh,
transferred to DC. So I had one-on-one chance to speak to him about leadership, and he's a good man. Him
yeah.
and his wife, and especially coming here for a long time. He's been here for a long time, and we
Mm,
hope to have these kind of men who come and work for the community. So we wish him all the best.
Yeah.
What's
Okay.
happening in my community? I'll say this past week, one of my friends, Sandra, they had a loss in the family, and I just wished them strength because what happened to the family, it was really terrible. And from me and my Instagram talk show, we wish you strength, and may God be in your hearts. So, and then we look forward because in my community, as you guys know, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, we'll be having a meeting at the end of the month. Mwari, kaba mu community mwensu.
I wish you luck.
So
oh,
all you can
yes.
do is pray for us so we can have unity because I'm gonna speak as a leader. It's not easy for people who saw me grow up and
Mm,
be the Kawini and then being this woman. I'm a woman now and then my mother and I'm a leader. So it's very hard for people to see you growing up and now you're a leader. And sometimes I'm surprised at myself, but I am a leader. And I wish we as a community we hold on together and we do the right thing as a community because it's not easy to lead. But
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know when God give you that purpose, you just have to do it. So that's what's been happening in the city. So please pray for us.
Thank you.
And
Irene?
Nelly,
Oh, yes. Also, I mean, we have a tragedy as well, a death in our community. Um, One of our former board members, um, Carlos Soko and Mary Soko, they lost their daughter, a young daughter, in early 20s. Um, it has been like a very sad thing in Chicago because this is a girl that we saw grow up, and we really rallied around her and the family. But unfortunately, it was her time. So we've been like the usual Zambian thing, going to the funeral house. I slept there. I've been sleeping there like two nights in a row, just cooking, cleaning, and just making them laugh. And you know how Zambians, how we are in a
mm,
funeral setting, we always bring jokes and stuff just to alleviate that tension and
Yeah.
sorrow that they're going through. Because we know when we leave, it's a different ballgame. But
Yeah.
thank you so much for those that came in numbers, that gave monetarily, that gave food, and some people traveled all the way from out of state to do this. We appreciate you. We don't take it lightly. And thank you so much from Zach.
condolences to the Soko family. May God comfort you all. So, switching gears right now to trending topics in Zambia. Priska, Priska, I know you want to talk about this. So, can you lead us in that effort, my dear? or whichever trending topics you want to start with.
Chile
We're
one.
not,
Let's
we're
talk
not
about
going to
Chile
limit
one.
you. Whatever you're comfortable with.
Yes, whatever you're comfortable, girl.
Chile
Whatever
one.
you're comfortable.
So apparently, when the song that he sang, he had featured Muzukanji in. When it came out, he had like 1 million views in a couple of days.
Mm,
And so Chimweka from uh, the journalist
Yeah.
posted and said, "Oh, Chile One is number one. Um, he had the most views. Like he was breaking record, 1 million views in a couple of days or a day." And he responded and said, "No, I feel like these are sympathy votes. We all know who the person who should have been the winner. I think he was referring to your Mops." Chimweka came back and said, "Numbers don't lie." What are your thoughts on that, guys?
Hmm. I'll be the first one on this one.
I knew it.
Mm-hmm. He never them got Chile one, right? Yes. Bali Mumfida feel said to vote for him because they wanted to copy your maps. It's our mentality. I know your
Let me
body's
clarify. Sorry. Well, they were not votes. He said votes even when he won. So these were the views on YouTube.
Yes.
People
so
were viewing his songs.
so I'll be specific. I'll be right there on point. I think what happens is when your maps did not win, we all rushed in. I didn't know what Chile One was. I rushed in, I went and find the song, and I went over there and watch it over and over so I can understand why this song, why him. So the more people went and watched it, like it was his opportunity, I would say that. We all went and looked for him and we viewed him and we share. I shared with 4 people. Imagine 4 people gonna share with 4 people. That's what happened to him. It
why
was
did you share?
his song on YouTube.
Why did you share it?
Because I was like, going with no Leo Chile Yo Maps none.
So what are
No,
your
no, no,
thoughts
no,
though?
no.
Is
So
he a
you
great
didn't
artist
share
or
it
not?
because the song was nice. You know how you
No,
come
no, no.
across
I
a song
shared the song
and
was
you're like, "Oh,
nice.
this is nice.
Mhm.
Let me share it." That's why I share.
I shared
Mm.
for that reason, but I was sharing. No, you went in nine of Mineko Umbuchi Yo Maps.
So
Yeah,
what
but
do you think though? Do you
this
think
is
he's
a
a great
recent
artist or not?
song. This is not Inimbo Sugar. Priska, can you clarify? As far as I know, this is a recent song.
Yeah,
The
it
It's not.
is.
recent song, yes.
Yeah, it's not
After
a
he
song
won
Yakari.
awards, yes.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah, no,
song
by
for
the
what?
Yeah,
Musikanji.
nobody named nobody.
Yes.
Yes.
No, because okay, the new one. I read
That's
before
the
you go
one
in.
that got the
Mm,
views.
No, so the
yeah.
new
Got
one is
million views.
because Musikanji is there, and Chile one is smart. It's thinking like the way people in America do. They will use the opportunity. Musikanji was your maps, and
But
who
he
doesn't
was
want to
not
see that?
viewing. So the thing is, 1 million views in a day.
Mm.
Numbers don't lie. Those are the
Because we want to
numbers.
see Musikanji and you and Chile one because your
So he
maps is
deserves it then.
leading. It's like remember how Kim Kardashian and David Pete was when it was happening. Everybody know who Kanye West
It,
was
but
and
my
is.
point is,
Ah,
people still watch, right? It doesn't matter what drove them to go and watch it.
yeah.
Whether ni Kanji, it's his genius, right? For
Yeah.
him to think, first in both him Kanji, it's his smartness, right? Ali Bonfe brain yakwasan that Nala Bulo win Alan Ditela popularity. And that's what he did in his video. So guess what? It's about the artist, just like I know people say there's no such thing as bad publicity. This is where it applies, right?
Yes.
I do
Mm-hmm.
believe there is such thing as bad publicity, but in this case, he used publicity for his own good.
His own, yeah.
Irene,
For
go
me,
ahead.
for me, I think we need to learn to embrace talent.
Mm.
You know,
In all
everybody
forms.
in all forms. Yeah,
Mm,
everybody has their own talent.
mm,
Comparison is not a good thing because the way your map sings and the way Chile One sings are two different ways, and
yeah.
their vibe is going to capture certain crowd
Mm,
in different ways. So we shouldn't be making comparisons because there's a lot of issues that go with comparisons because then that person is going to start feeling some kind of way when we can just all embrace if your maps releases an album that is very nice. We shouldn't say, ah, hii kaliuchire ya kwa nankane. That's where we go wrong. We should just appreciate, oh my God, this is so good. I'm going to share. Oh yeah, but comparisons is why the beef is going and going. So what he used Muzukanji, so what the numbers were like the way they were, it's because of his creativity. And he did it and he has numbers. It has nothing to do with it. He's better than your maps. It's just his strategy. And I think we should appreciate that.
I like them both. I think your
Yeah.
mom
what
talent is
Mm-hmm.
like a Chris Brown.
Yeah.
Chiller one is mellow. He
Yeah.
thinks
Mm.
so. I
Like
like
Omarion.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes, you're right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah, it's they have different styles. So what else
Absolutely.
is trending, guys?
Your maps. Your maps is trending as well, but I think I'll let Priska handle this one. She knows a little bit more than I do on this case, so let me let you.
before
I'll
we go to
piggyback
your
right
maps,
on
let's
you.
go to Gabrielle Union.
Oh, okay. You want
And
to
get the
do?
cheating out of the way.
Okay.
So Gabrielle Union recently came out and said she felt entitled to cheat on her first husband because she was bringing more money home. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, kuna ile nafichita baadaye probably yeah.
I don't think that income should be a reason why you should feel entitled. Honestly, limbingalira nje kwatawe ali ndalira omunanti best friend so limbi ndefo kuchita revenge limbi tumwamwererako not ati pandikurerete ndalama walishivero wamupi that's
That way they
you're
be.
making you knew that so yeah that's
And that said, with Gabrielle Union, it's more like there are so many women that are like her when they are making a lot of money, and their spouses are not making money. They'll make sure that they'll play the loudest drums, because I think for the longest women were suppressed. Women were dipping in the second pot. Now they're the ones who are dipping in the first pot. So people
mm,
don't like that. Yeah, the entitlement of cheating is totally out of this world. She shouldn't, but it's okay for you to feel so powerful because you're a woman, you're a CEO, you're whatever higher position you have. But doesn't say you should go out there and start belittling your husband who's making ten
eh,
dollars an hour. You chose him. Nobody chose him for you. And you probably chose him when he was still making that money.
yeah, it's like we're saying, right, that let's reverse the roles,
Mm-hmm.
right? We're saying if your husband makes more money, he has a right to go cheat on you.
Mm.
No,
No,
Does that
absolutely
make it right? No.
it
So
unacceptable.
doesn't.
if the shoe doesn't fit on that side, it shouldn't fit on the other side either. That's a
Absolutely. Yep.
stupid reason.
I'll say
What's
something
next?
about that. But that's why now that's why like when she got into a relationship with the husband now, he was cheating. How did she feel? She left him.
Oh,
So
he
when
has
he just
cheated on
left,
her?
he did. He had a baby. They
No, they
were
were on break.
they went because they broke up. They were on break. Why you break up? Why you on break when you're in love with somebody else? You just continue. There's no break. There's no break when you're in a
This
relationship.
is a part where they say a bully Winnie. I'm gonna drink water to
Yeah,
that.
you better just drink the water
But respectfully disagreeing with somebody is not bullying. We need to be very clear about that.
about that.
We
Yeah.
are not always going to agree. We have four different personalities here,
Mm,
and we can respectfully agree to disagree on
yeah.
certain things
So I feel
and
like those
still
roles.
maintain the love. Okay, I think enough about Gabrielle. Can we move
I
on to
know.
the next topic? What's the other trending topic?
Gabriela.
Fish finger, guys. There's a lot of trending
It
topics going
depends.
on.
You want us to talk about the Zambian trending topics or the international trend? We have it
You
all.
finish
At
Zambian
this
Can we
training
point,
have
topic.
it
the
We
doesn't
trending
finish the
matter.
topics
drama.
up, please?
What
What
about
is,
the football player? Can I talk about that? Can I
yes, we
talk
can
about
do
Damar
that. We can
Hamlin?
do that.
Okay, so Damar Hamlin is an American football player for the Buffalo Bills. He was playing a game last week. I think it was early last week, and he just suddenly suffered a heart attack. It was so severe he collapsed. They tried to revive him for like 9 minutes on the field, and during that time, his fellow players surrounded him
Yeah.
and started praying. It was a very touching moment. Very young man, 24 years old only,
Yeah.
in from all indications in good health, right? And
Mm-hmm.
then he just collapses. As it is, he's not even able to speak at the moment. But we have a ray of good news for people out there that love him. He was able to communicate in writing.
Hmm.
He asked
Oh,
who
thank
won
you,
the game.
Jesus.
Yes, he
Yes.
asked, he wrote who won the game that day.
Oh my
So
goodness.
at least he can recall, right? We know that his
Yeah.
mind is
Oh,
sharp.
That is amazing.
But now just praying for his physical body, hopefully to recover.
oh, thank you,
Um,
Jesus.
The
yeah,
fact that he can write and remember, he hasn't lost his memory.
yeah,
Yes.
No, that was
Oh,
that. That's great.
wow.
So I think he just
yeah,
needs to heal completely.
yeah,
Physically.
yeah.
Okay. We have Barbara Waters, you guys. Everyone that's been watching the news, any kind of news, we all know who Barbara Waters is. She's an
Mm,
iconic, she was, I want to speak to her like in presence because I think she's left a lot of impact on so many media houses. She was somebody everyone looked up to, even we were not in media, but we looked up to her. She was very poised. She knew exactly what to say. Very good interviews, like the best interviews that she ever did. If you go to her bio or her story, you see all the people that she has interviewed. And of course, it was her time to leave. But we should look at the things that she actually gained friends, um, empowering young media people, and just a laugh with the rest of the team that she was on The View. And we are hoping as we grow, the Insaka grows, we can look back and emulate her style and the way she did things and the way she communicated with people. May her so rest in peace. She looks beautiful.
She
Yes.
amen. Amen.
She
It's
was
true.
like a
And
Caucasian opera. My friend actually used to work for her, Tandy, until
Yeah.
she passed. Yeah, Tandy
Wow.
took care of her, so it was a
yeah,
big
so
loss for her.
and I just want to remind us ladies that, to be honest, without her paving the way in media, we wouldn't be we wouldn't be doing what we're doing right now, right?
The
It had
Yeah.
View.
she's a pioneer.
Yeah.
She had to do this. I see something, an interesting comment from Tawera there.
I
Winnie, you want
see that too.
to say what is going on?
Yeah.
I said you can't even blink, Mwari Chiramo. Eh? You also family trending.
Hey,
What
that's
what
Zambia.
happened now? Hmm?
Let me get to Mr.
So
Web.
whereas his
Okay.
Zambian trending statue of Papa KK, I mean, why didn't they just put the written stone instead
Instead
of
of
that
the horrible
purple?
It
stuff.
is ugly.
Very.
I
It's ugly.
wish we should have gotten a picture of that. Okay, next time we'll look at
Yeah,
it.
next time we will.
All right. What else is trending? Can we have the top?
Uh, yeah,
Okay.
I think we got it. Oh, we have William and Harry. William and Harry, you guys. This is really sad because William and Harry they grew up like buddies. You know, their mother really wanted them to grow up like best friends, and she showed them all the humanitarian things that she could show her children because she did it. She lived it around her kids, and to see them go separate ways because of either love or
Because
the
of her, we can say it.
So
uh-uh.
you know,
You can say it. I don't know. I'm just heavy on that. I love both of them, and I think it's a tug of war because of royalty and all these things that they run into as like young adults, and then now they see these responsibilities. And Harry was like, "Wait a minute, I ain't cut up for this." So that's where the love came in, and he walked away. So that's what I
Um,
think.
I think
I don't care.
I know Priska has something very interesting to share, but all I can say is Megan Moiche, what sana confidence me. Okay, go ahead.
I don't care for her. I
oh,
don't like
please.
what she did. She went in fine. Every family has sacred skies. Every family has who they like, who they don't like, our brothers' wives, our in-laws, or whatever. But for you to come in and those brothers grew up together, Bambia Bako, and separate them because of you, at what point were you gonna say, look, I married into this family. Let me
Mm,
do what they do. But instead you separated them and brought
mm.
the family and brought out secrets. Who doesn't know that? Yes, Tabate Mabanto Bafiki. You knew that before even going in. It's not even
Oh,
about that. So for me, I don't care for her. I'm
Uh-uh.
not going to watch the Meghan and
okay.
Harry on Netflix, and please do not watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. Is that bad? No. I think
Mm-hmm.
we should give
I'm
it.
joking. I'm
Yeah.
joking.
Yeah, I agree with you on one thing. I disagree on what issue at the part, right? But and I'll tell you where I agree with you. I agree with you on the fact that we all have issues within our families
Mm-hmm.
because we are human beings and none of us are perfect, right?
Mm-hmm.
I really hate with a passion people, man or woman, that come in while if you are siblings, balangala won't say,
Yes.
otherwise I told you, don't bring hatred between
Yeah.
siblings.
Yeah.
Don't do it. It's horrible. It's a horrible thing to do. All because of what? You have that intimacy? No, no, no. These people were there before you. Can
Yeah.
you respect that? Can you honor that?
And another thing, she's too quick to bring out their family secrets. But when they talk about her and her family
Mm.
secrets, she just shuts down and she's threatening to sue people and threatening. Come on, treat people the way you'd like to be treated. You're talking about them. Let's talk about yours because we all have secrets in our families, guys.
We do.
So
I,
I'm,
Uh,
yeah,
truth be told, I'm still for Harry and Meghan. I'm sorry.
I love my Megan. I think she did
I
well. She's
I
one of
love
the,
them both.
Yeah.
yeah, but I think what I'm saying, if you remember very well, the queen had a sister who wasn't going to be a queen in her life. And if you remember, there was so many stories, bad stories. She went and drink. She went and do the worst. They labeled her. They labeled her into something else, right? At the end of the day, they even forced her to marry somebody that she didn't want to marry because you have to be in this element. Harry, on the other end, they were picking on him from the time he was young. They live on the media. So, guys, if you look at it, it's not because of Harry. Meghan was just somebody who came in and helped him out. Listen, this is what I've been feeling all along. I want to get out. I've been trying and I couldn't get out. The man went to be and stay in the army for 12 years because he was trying to find a way out. This was just like, when you're doing something,
for 12
and
years.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
he did
Mm-hmm.
because he
Really?
couldn't take it. Yes,
How
Yeah.
old was he when he went into the army?
I think it was younger. It was young because it was like every time he went to drink, they would capture him. Like they were pointing and pointing at him, and he was asking for help. You could see he was going through this mental. But when you find somebody who understands who you are and wants to help you, why would you not lean on it? Because they didn't label him to be anything. And then guess what? Yes, his only grandmother. Because I love the queen. I love the harmonic thing. So the queen loved him, but they can't give him.
Bad, yeah, right, it is.
Balifa ba Eliza, but Bambi Owenga Bafa Bakutimimo. What are you
What
gonna
is next, guys? We're running out of
I
time.
know we're running out of
let
time.
me
Can
just finish
we?
on the Megan part. What I'm gonna say is mental. When you are when you're living in a life where you're suffocated and then you find somebody who can help you get out, and that's what he did. So I can't sit down and blame Megan. Megan was just a tool to help me be okay. I think I see him better now than he was where he used to live. Money and this other thing, it doesn't matter who you are. Sometimes you have to get away from the money to find yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you have to work hard to get the money. He'll be fine. He'll be fine.
All right. Well, enough said about the Royals. Bye, kwa tindalama, bye, kwa tafim.
I know.
If we are still hustling. So, as we continue to hustle, what are we moving into? Our main topic for today, guys, is we're dealing with New Year's resolutions. We're talking about New Year's resolutions, and we're talking about ultimatums, right? In regards to New Year's resolutions. As at the beginning of the year, we always say, I'm going to work out. I'm going to lose 50 pounds. I'm going to save more money. These are some of the most common New Year's resolutions. And we want to hear in the comments before we share with you the spin that we've put on the New Year's resolutions. Tuebeni, what resolutions did you make in the comments below? Um, and when we come back from this short break, so that we can thank one of our other sponsors, life insurance. If you don't have life insurance, guys, it's very important. It is destined for man to die. Bonse to kafa.
Absolutely.
Yes, very
Now,
I'm
important.
how
glad
Yes.
to
you
hear
your
that.
family, well,
The truth.
how you leave your family is very important.
Yes.
Can you please make sure that they are protected? Those of
Not
you,
sure if it's bakakusongera empia bakakushika.
Yeah.
Guys, pay attention. So after this
mm,
commercial break, we'll be right back.
mhm.
My whole life, my father told me stories about moving to the United States. He would tell me that his brother, my Uncle George, was already living here and let my father stay with him for a while. Through my Uncle George, my father was introduced to our cultural organization here in America, who helped him make connections, apply for college, find his first job, and adjust to life in a completely different culture than he was used to. The Cultural Association helped him get started on his new life. My Uncle George would bring my father with him to the annual Summer Cultural Groups Festival, and later, he would bring me. It was incredible to see so many people of all ages laughing and celebrating with food and song and dance. It brought back the best feelings of home and gave my father the opportunity to pass his culture, language, and values on to me. My father and Uncle George were very close, so when George died last year, my father wanted to honor his wishes to be buried with a traditional ceremony back at his birthplace. My father told me that because Uncle George had cultural group life insurance, he was able to afford to bring George home and have the traditional burial George wanted. Though my father had been able to honor my Uncle George's wishes, it got me thinking about my own family. One day, I'd have to make the same arrangements for my own parents, and my wife's parents as well. Of course, we would want to bring them home and honor their wishes, but it would be a financial hardship for our family. There were a lot of things to think about, even though I really didn't want to think about them at all. When my father told me about cultural group life insurance, he told me it's intended to help families when they need it the most. It's not tied to an employer, so no matter where my career takes me, I'll always have coverage. The more people who participate and the younger they are, the more it helps keep the insurance premiums down for the entire association. Because my parents have cultural group term life insurance, there will be money available to help me provide the kind of service I want to give my parents. And by joining, I can put my mind at ease and continue to celebrate our traditions into the future. With cultural group life insurance, I can worry less and spend more of my time celebrating with the people who matter most to me.
Hello.
Welcome back to Insaka Talk Show. This is Nellie Bartholomew from Miami, Florida. Guys, it is the new year and we are talking New Year's resolutions. I know most of us come up with resolutions. I definitely have some of my own personal New Year's resolutions. And one of those is to really stay fit, take care of my health, and make sure that I am here for my children and my loved ones for the long haul. So, before we get into the topic of, the New Year's resolutions and ultimatums that we have to give ourselves in order to achieve those resolutions, can we talk about what some of our personal resolutions are this year? Winnie?
I want to stay fit and I want to be able to acknowledge when I'm wrong. But sometimes in Indian kaka,
Mm,
so they prepare up enough.
that's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's a good New Year's
Because
resolution.
people will not understand. Like sometimes I don't mean what I say, but I say when I'm saying it. So
Mm,
if you don't know me, you're gonna be offended. But I don't mean to hate you. So when you come back, you say fish watch land. I will actually explain, maybe
mm,
quiet slowly, but I say the way it is right away, so it hurts. So I
mm.
need to like calm down and listen more, and then I can react to it. And
You
then
and Priska both.
yeah, me and both.
Straight up shooter. Priska, what's your New Year's resolution?
I want to live the best version of myself, meaning fitness, body wise, the way I look. And I look good these days, guys, just in case you are, she's very looking
She's
good.
sweet.
So I don't mind. I want to. One thing I did last year was I wanted to work on my businesses. So this year I want to accomplish that. I want to save as much as I can, invest as much as I can, and learn more. Whatever classes that I wanted to start, I want to finish them this year. So be the best version of myself, learn more, work on my businesses, as well as my health and fitness goals, like you said, Nelly.
That's awesome.
Oh, I
And
enjoy
this,
my
whatever kwa brisk.
huh?
Yes,
What did you say, Nelly, Winnie?
Nothing.
she's pulling
Irene?
your leg. Irene?
Oh, thank you so much, you guys, for this opportunity. For my New Year's resolution, one of the things I want to announce to you guys, I went to the doctor last week when I was going through some challenges, and then they do your vitals, right? Then I got off the scale. She said, "Oh, you've lost 6 pounds." I'm like,
Oh,
huh? Wait. Are you talking to me? She's like, yeah, you lost 6 pounds. What are you doing right? I said, I don't know. I eat the same things. I do everything the same, but losing weight, that 6 pounds changed my life because it gave me motivation. And now I'm looking forward to like changing certain things. I'll look back maybe 3 months from last year to see what I did right
Mm,
get me to where I am. And you guys, you have to understand when you're above 50, it's very hard to lose the weight. So,
yeah.
above below 50, make sure you do the changes now before
Mm.
you hit 50. Because, your metabolism becomes a little, what is Isaka? So you really
very
need to watch
serious.
that. So that's for my fitness. And then
Yeah.
on a personal level, I think I need to speak out more. Like I feel like I don't want to offend somebody when I confront them of how they did wrong to me. I feel like, okay, you know what? I know how to deal with that. I'll just let it slide. And then 30 minutes later, I'm still a happy, jolly person. But a friend of mine who knows if they're listening, they'll know it's them, mentioned to me that Irene, you probably want to speak up a little more because if you don't, the person that offended you will not know where you're coming from.
That's right.
And
Mhm.
sometimes they might do something thinking it's nothing, but they don't know they hurt you, so you have to speak out.
Mm-hmm.
Number three, I'm hoping God gives me more clients this year so I can give more. I'm very big about giving in Zambia. I want to give more, but hey, guys, left mommy pocket and this pocket is not heavy. Oh.
Mm.
So I need God to bless me with that more customer, more clients so that I can make more money and sponsor Priska,
Mhm.
Winnie, and Nelly to Hawaii or Puerto
Yay,
Rico
yay.
or the Venetian, anywhere that God will guide us.
Now,
Amen.
whatever customer,
When is
Mr.
that?
Mr. Irene.
Amen.
I
What
am
about
praying
Miss
about
Irene?
it. Huh?
Now, Irene needs to come in your life too.
Irene?
Mr.
Mr.
Irene.
Irene.
Oh,
Mr.
Miss Irene.
Irene.
Oh, you are looking for Miss Irene for me? Oh,
Yes,
Yeah.
needs to be in
I
your
see.
life. It
That's a
should be part
story
of
for
your New
another
Year's
day.
resolution.
I think
All right, guys.
independence is very hard to break, so that's where I'm going to stop.
Now, once if you to the four, if you're in the prescription, every woman needs somebody, a friend. If
Okay,
you
pray
are
for
married,
me.
you are in a relationship, most of the time.
Pray
Mhm,
for me.
I am.
All right. She's like, I'm going to drink water and mind my business. All right. So,
Oko malanda kumafundete.
hey,
Keep the water in your mouth.
mm, yeah. So, guys, in regards to New Year's resolutions, we picked some of the top four, right? The top four, the first one being finances. When it comes to finances, I think we could all do better. We could all say, hey, maybe I bought too many purses, I bought too many shoes last year. Nari kongola beyond my for those mama kuzame maitema makaloba nefya kongola kongola. Mwari kongola beyond your salary.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe this year you could start things differently, pay off people that you owe, and try to live within your means,
Yeah.
right? The key thing is don't spend more than 50% of what you earn.
Hey. Mm-hmm.
I know it's really hard because
So then what do you live on?
most of us, but here's the problem, it starts with things like accommodation.
Yep.
For example, if your salary is $2,000 a month, why would you go and rent an apartment that costs 1,500?
Yeah.
Right?
Keeping up with the
Find
Joneses.
something that costs 6 to 800. It may not be
That's
where
in
you
the
want to
hood though.
stay, but that's where your
Okay.
budget is telling you you
Mm-hmm.
need to be. Work with your budget,
Yep.
Yep.
right? If that, it will reduce problems, a lot of problems for you, because you have to factor in electricity, utilities, internet, all of that.
Yep.
There's transportation. So please, whatever you earn, if you're earning $1,000, don't go and stay kwa 1.5. Ule kongola 500 every month.
Every
You're
month.
asking for
Ati
500,
peleni ko ya rent.
right?
How about getting
Mhm.
another job?
He- Um.
How about you make $2,000, you
Mm-hmm.
live in a 1,500 apartment, and then you
Mm.
get another job to supplement or to add up. Is
That's
that
different.
Well, then your income is not going to be 2,000,
2,000?
right? If
Yeah.
you have another job, that means that you have an additional income coming. So then at that point, you're looking at maybe 3,000 a month, right? So yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, but not where you're making 2,000. Why?
And
You're
some,
not we kiddie shot.
yeah.
Why?
And sometimes, Nelly, like you said about the apartments, you're living in a $1,800 apartment because your friends are moving up and
Mm.
you feel like you're still down here and you start panicking. You start showing face like, okay, I'm also living in this space. Do you know that you can live in a studio and create an atmosphere that when people walk in there, they're like, "Why am I
Mhm.
staying in a three-bedroom?" This is beautiful because a smaller space is very easy to fix and make it look like you are in a moment, like you are in a moment of yourself, than a three-bedroom. Because no matter wakumbo mpando amnove, okay, I'm gonna work hard and do this. Then you're going to be broke all the time because you're keeping up with somebody you don't know how they made. Yeah.
Exactly.
So
That's
in short, don't envy your friend's crown. You don't know how she got it.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. So, yeah. So when it comes to finances, live within your means. The next one
Mhm.
is fitness, and we've already talked about it.
Can I
Winnie
add
already
on?
said that she wants to stay fit, keep fit. Pari for say Winnie is the fittest.
Mhm.
Ngamu Woody, Winnie ought to be a kuntash. She will fight. Tato kwa tamaka for yashal. Relax sun kafe ni
You're
porridge.
so right. Especially,
I
I
don't
will
fight
not
with
even, I
I
don't
that.
was
even want
telling
to
Chris, I
make
was like,
me.
I don't fight too. I just look like I can. Look, I have
Please.
short hair. What do you expect?
Nah, I don't even know what will make me engage in a physical altercation or just even, I can't even do it. So please
I'm
don't.
55. I've never fought physically. I have
Good.
never,
Me neither.
never.
I
Well,
did.
I have in my days. I
Even
cannot even.
in,
But
even
now the
in
woman
That
that I am, like Winnie said, in
that
my
was
twenties.
Priska van der Vestas. That used
business.
Yes,
to fight.
that was
no,
Chris Van de
no,
Vestas.
she says sometimes she says it.
Oh no, that's it. So
Yeah.
the rude one, the one that comes out is the rude one is Chiseche. That's a
Oh
South
my
African.
goodness.
Priska Van de Vestas Chiro is a Zambian. That's a calm one, the nice one. The South African one, she's not nice. So I'm trying to change that one.
So fitness. Who's gonna start helping? Who's gonna start running with me this year, guys? Walking and running.
I'm not
I'm
running.
not running.
Don't
If you
lie.
guys cannot run,
I can
I'm
walk.
gonna hold you
Let me
account.
and I
I
be
need you
walking.
guys to be run at least walking maybe 2 hours a day. Can you guys
Priska
do
and
that?
I, Priska and I have
Where
been
do we
walking
work?
already.
Mhm.
Two
Two
hours is
hours
a
a
stretch,
day?
my dear. And couple bunch times.
Akachera nechunguliro.
No,
When
some
am
of
I
us in
working?
Chungulo ends at 10 p.m.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Actually, I think walking shouldn't you shouldn't put a timeline to walking because of
No, but when you're
schedules.
walking doing
No,
exercise, it's
no,
different.
listen, yeah, I understand, but I'm saying it everybody's schedule is different. So I think if you say walk as much steps as you can in a day, it makes it then you're going to
Different type
start
of
enjoying
steps.
it and then you pick up pace. Oh, Milo Naendere, 6,000 steps. I'm still feeling strong. Tomorrow I'm gonna do 1,200. Things like that. That's what I mean by not putting a time to it. Because if you tell me 2 hours, me, 2 hours, 10
But
minutes, I can't even do it.
you have to be intentional. The goal.
Mhm.
Now here comes, this is the ultimatum that
Yeah.
we're talking about. With all
Mhm.
of these things that we're talking about, finances, fitness, you have to give yourself an ultimatum. Nelly, are you
Mhm.
gonna be making sure that you walk before you start your work day?
We've
If
walked, right?
by any chance something doesn't happen, make sure you do it in Gawapu to a chungulo. But by all means, make sure that you give yourself an ultimatum to say, I'll be doing this. If the cut is 5,000 steps a day, at least make 5,000 steps a day,
Yeah.
right?
Okay, that's good.
So that's what we're saying. Do something. Do
Mhm.
something. Even
Right.
if it's dancing. I remember there was a time I used to dance all the time for workout. I love to dance. Those of you that know me have no. Ineni kumalira ngoma ngayalira
Irira.
ndakutukala na ritemo
Mm.
dance ini. So, apart from fitness, though, the other change is career changes,
Yeah.
right? Are you making any career changes this year? And if so, what do you have in the horizon? How do you prepare for that? How about resume? If you do you know how to do a CV, a
Mhm.
curriculum vitae, or CV, or resume as we call it here? Do you know somebody that can prepare one for you?
You.
There, yeah.
Anyway, them pene ayo na snipe no kuibukisha pene ndenda nangu.
I know.
Mwarareka abantu bambe kunjita inbox ati neli ine tulelanda na bayinsaka temwendezo mabala. Ati you.
I know, right?
Everybody gonna start inboxing me at just to prepare resume. But yeah, seriously, what changes, right? Make sure you look at job sites. For
Yeah.
those in the US, indeed.com, monster.com, if you're looking for a job. And if you want to compare salaries, their website like
Yeah.
glassdoor.com, it will
Oh,
show you,
really?
yes,
Yeah.
it will show you what the comparable salaries
All
are
of
within
that.
the
Mhm.
city and state where you want to look for a job. So you put in the job, you put in the city, it will tell you in this city it pays blah blah blah. They'll give you a range. Um, if you're in Zambia, make sure you're looking through the newspapers for jobs. Make sure you're networking.
Networking.
Most people don't realize that to grow within your career, networking is important. For example, going to certain places, no, find a nice, classy place, go and buy yourself a drink, even if it's a glass of orange juice, waikala one, or the people you meet, chat with people there.
Mhm.
You never know who may be hiring at their company.
True.
So networking is very, very important for your career growth. And
What
then,
are your
sorry,
career
go
goals?
ahead.
What are your career goals? We know you just got a promotion. You're now a big boss at the very nice
My
Microsoft.
bosses.
At the very nice Microsoft, where I'll be starting in June 2020.
Amen. Claim it.
Amen to that. To this.
What are your career goals, Nell? Don't-
Yeah, I have two careers, as you know. My company, I'm blessed enough to work for a company that actually encourages extra. Like if you're doing something outside of that, a lot of my colleagues have different little businesses that they do. So apart from working at Microsoft, I also have a tax business. And what I want to do is make sure that I work with my family to train them now that my son is older, so
Mm,
he can help with the family business when it's
True.
time. Tax season, he can help me with it's something as simple as data entry.
Yeah.
Even Michaela, she can help me with things like that. I want to train my children as early as possible to pursue entrepreneurship.
that's a good one.
Um, yeah. So, and then on the Microsoft front, yes, I just got a new position and I'm excited and happy about it. I'm still training, even though I've been given accounts, but I'm still training. So it's a lot I have to learn. Just this is what I can tell you: be a learn it all.
Yeah.
Don't be a know it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I can leave you guys with. So, in regards to switching gears here, because we only have 5 minutes left,
Oh,
um, relationship changes.
I'm staying
Relation,
with my husband.
as you should.
As he should. He's a very nice man. He's a very, very
Listen.
nice, nice
Happy
man.
Arrange
Uncle
by.
Ray, you are
He's a
arranged by.
nice man and
Arrange
he's our
by.
buddy.
They're stupid. They gave my husband a name.
Yes,
Listen,
Arrange by.
guys, listen, relationship wise, okay. Nancy Chris Kabaisa Mushtachi Range Rover. Vincent went all out and surprised his babe with a Range Rover. So no, babe,
absolutely.
you ain't
That's
going
what's up.
nowhere.
Yeah.
You are staying right here.
Ule
Hello,
fedha
hello,
chini.
hello. Chipondo chesu chirianga twakumana mpondo lisani.
I swear.
That's it.
You
If
are
I
people
supposed
don't
to be
know,
my friends.
You know, if people don't know, the moment we meet
Yeah.
Vincent, he changes like, ah, Wapondo
Yeah.
Africa.
Hey,
It's
bye.
not Wamana Chidina no Kudina.
Kala nyori nyori.
Nyori African. His own smiles. But you know what? You have a keeper. Seriously.
Yeah,
Ile
I'm
kunkola
staying Mrs.
kunkola
Chua.
ngabanda ti mte kateresa ya nashangira kachero kafye kofie
It's true.
ngabafuma kunchito imbali chifrega nach no kupika po like this le pula fine wale wakaba na tu kayembo
Stupid. Yeah, no, guy. On a serious note, yeah, I'm still staying Mrs. Chua.
Okay. For me, I hope I can make that relationship change this year, God willing.
Mm.
Um, I I look at my life in the past 55 years. I don't know when I was younger. I don't know what I did, but I can remember to a certain level what my life was panned out to be. And some of the things I've aligned them, some no. So I feel like it's important for me to see what is missing in this equation. And if it's a relationship that's missing, I work towards it. And that's why I'm saying if God will willingly, if God opens up his doors and sends me a good man who's a Christian, who's just a believer, believe in something. Don't just come here, mungulu mungulu, believe in something.
Yeah.
Believe in yourself at least. Then we can pick each other as we go.
Can we go to the comments?
can I say
Oh
mine
yeah.
Oh yes.
sister no like I've said this again and again I am happily I am dating because I always say like this and this but now I can say this 2023 I've been dating. It's been 2 years, and it's amazing, guys. It makes
Nice.
me smile. He looks at me, he knows me, and he loves me for who I am, and I'm so grateful. And I can't to see what the future have in store for us. We pray
Amen.
together, we go to church together, and it's just amazing just to see him like, oh, did you iron the shirt? Did you make sure the kids are ready? Like just to have somebody I can kneel down and know that there's more somebody who's higher than us, than that's God.
Hmm.
It's just I am at cloud 9 right now. So I am dating and I'm hoping to have a future.
There you
Good
go.
job, man.
Guys,
Yes.
okay, Nimiye, but let's tell you.
Yes.
Chiwini up, I think Paddy won't say, Chad, you pull up at the guy is good looking. You have Winnie has a very good looking guy. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
All
I'm
right.
happy for you, my dear.
Thank you.
But if you're in conclusion about relationship changes, if you're planning on making any changes, make sure that it's for the right reasons.
Yes.
Don't look at abananzi bakwetefi and priska bari mushta Range Rover na inende bakana panta banshi Range.
What's
No,
that?
Hmm.
you don't know the
Where
journey
more?
that Priska and Vincent took to be where they are.
That's
You
true.
don't know the
Exactly.
struggles that they went through.
Yeah.
Live
Exactly.
within your truth. Live
Yeah.
within your truth. Appreciate your partner for who they are and what they can bring to the table.
True
And if you
that.
do decide to walk away, make sure it's for the right reasons.
Hmm.
And God bless.
And I'll say a little bit before you go there, Nelly. I would say
Mhm.
that I was in a relationship with my ex, the father of my kids. And I'm not here to put my life like you guys know I don't just put it out there, but I'll say to everybody, if you feel like you're in a relationship and you know it's not going nowhere, start looking into yourself within yourself and make changes. It doesn't happen overnight. It took
Mm,
me a while to even think. I never dreamed of living with my 3 months old baby,
mm,
breastfeeding, and moving to an apartment and just making sure like I'm doing this for my kids. I
Yeah.
was crying. There were nights that I cried, but I knew
mm.
these changes was hurt. I was
Yeah.
single for almost 7 years before I met something that I prayed for. So
Yeah.
when I say changes are important, but no, like Nelly said, know what you're changing it for. Is it for
Yeah.
you? Is it
Yeah.
being selfish? Because I felt selfish for my kids, but at the end of the day, I said, if I'll do this, I'll do it for all of us, me and my
Yeah.
children. So change it well. Know what you're going into because it's not easy, but it gets
I
better.
want I wanted to add something on relationships. That also means friendships.
Yes,
It's okay to walk away from some friendships that are not serving you right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's and we're all in our 40s. In our 40s, we grow, we learn wisdom, knowledge. Sometimes you know that this friend does not mean me well. And when you grow, everybody's not going to grow with you. So it's okay for you to leave a friendship and move on with the people that you think the same, you do the same things.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Sorry, but I have to say something because I'm the only single person on the panel. I wanted to correct something because I know a lot of people ask me this question: Why are you not dating? Why are you not dating? Now I'm going to tell you live the reason why I haven't been dating. I'm coming from very toxic relationships, and when you're coming from a toxic relationships, you have to fix you first before you can get into another one.
Right.
Because I don't want to get into that relationship and start fixing that guy thinking that next month is going to be good for me. So I'm still fixing me so that when I do find the guy that I'm praying for, God would have given me all the permission to go ahead because I've asked for the right guy and I've healed myself and I'm good to go. So that's the reason why I'm dating you. I'm coming from very toxic relationship and I don't want to repeat that cycle.
That's
All
right.
right. And guys, thank you so much for sticking with us. In conclusion, we just want to put up a few comments before we close, and then we're gonna conclude the show in just a minute here. Princess says, "Congratulations, Nelly, and happy birthday! Thank you, my dear." Irene Imasuku.
That's my sister, y'all.
You
Oh,
must
go ahead and read it, honey.
Hi, sister.
Hi, Sister Irene
Hi,
Masick. Happy
sister.
New Year, ladies. Keep it up. Thank you. We appreciate
my
it.
machina.
Yes, that's the Irene that I talk about.
I know. Uh, Princess Magala says, Congratulations, Priska,
Thank you.
and enjoy the ride that comes with love.
Thank you.
Happy for you, Winnie, Princess Mangala.
All right.
And
So,
I think
guys,
Maureen Shavers, he was saying Happy New Year. And the reason why I'm saying that is because she's in Zambia on vacation, but
mm,
because she believes in the Insaka and she feels like we're doing a good job. On her vacation, she decides to watch us, yo.
thanks, Maureen. We appreciate
Maureen.
you, doll.
Appreciate her.
Thank you so much. So, in conclusion, guys, I know Priska is a big believer in writing down your goals.
Mhm.
Do you want to say something about this, Priska, so that we can, conclude what the show was about today?
So I believe in writing down your goals, and I do a vision board every year. And
Mhm.
at the end of the year, I check things out and I make sure that they half of well most of the times I would say this year the only thing that I did not do is I didn't on my business like I should have. But I believe in when you write something down, you put a meaning to it, it comes to pass. And I believe in speaking into the universe. If I want something, I go. If I want a pair of shoes, I'll try it on and whatever. That way it comes to pass. So I'm a big believer of that. I read The Secret at least twice a year. I watch movies about manifestation. I'm a big believer of that. So I believe in vision boards. Write down your goals, your dreams. I wish you the best. And if you put anything to it, it can come true.
True.
All right. So, in closing, from the Insaka Talk Show ladies, happy 2023. We wish you the best versions of yourselves as you go out and conquer this thing we call life. Make sure you take care of your finances, you take care of your career, you take care of your relationships, and take care of yourself in general, right? Whatever changes that you make sure you write them down.
Yep.
That way, you can look back at the beginning of 2024 and say, what did I accomplish in 2023? This has been the Insaka Talk Show. Thank you so much for sticking with us. Love ya.
Thank you.